Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In the name of Allah, the most compassionate, the most merciful. Today is going to be Tuesday, the 24th of Safar Bidnillah, and we're going to take listening on page 25 and also vocabulary building. At the beginning of the class, we talked about many ayahs, subhanallah, and we talked, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَأَعِدُّوا لَهُمْ مَا اسْتَطَعْتُم مِّن قُوَّةٍ. Allah also said, describing al-Muslimin wal-Mu'mineen, we are based on the phrase أشداء على الكفار رحماء بينهم. So this is the meaning of the ayah. ولا تهنوا في ابتغاء القوم. Also Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said ولا تهنوا ولا تحزنوا وأنتم الأعلون. So what do all of these ayahs have in common? They have in common that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is always asking us to be strong. المؤمن القوي أحب إلى الله من المؤمن الضعيف. If we used also in class the strategy see, think, wonder strategy, and many girls, mashallah, were able to give me answers. One of the lovely answers were, I see a man, I think he is fighting, I wonder why he is wearing a blue belt. One of the girls also, mashallah, said, I see a karate man, I think he is in a fight, I wonder in which level he is. I love it also. One of them was also, I see a man, I think he is punching someone. I wonder for how long he been practicing the sport. So my lovely girls did amazing job. Now, why do we need to take self-defense course? Why? So of course, reason number one is going to be of course, to protect myself. So protect myself. حماية نفسي. This is, so it's going to be protect. So it's going to be protect myself. So this is the most important part about protecting myself. Other students, mashallah, were able to say to have a healthy body. And these answers were amazing. Now let's move on. I asked girls to describe what they see in front of them, and some girls said hijack. Hijack. And it's not correct. Why? In hijack, there has to be in the sentence car, or truck, or vehicle. Okay? There has to be in the sentence one of these words. It's a must. Yani you don't have to guess. You only look for the keywords, Yamis, and you're going to get it, okay? Or the word vehicle. If you see one of these words, Yamis, the answer is going to be hijack. طيب, another girl said, Yamis, it is pickpocketing or pickpocket. I said no, لأنه الpickpocket you don't feel it. ما تشعرين فيه. Don't feel it. This one, she can feel it and she can see the man. And the man is holding a weapon in his hand, okay? So it's completely completely different, okay? So the answer is going to be mugged, okay? So the answer is going to be mugged. Okay, just a minute, let me erase this one for you so you can see the answer. Okay, so it's going to be a Jamilati mugged. Got it? Mugged. Let's move on. Our kingdom, of course, provide us with self-defense class. What is a self-defense class, ya miss? What's a self-defense class? A self-defense class اللي هو الدفاع عن النفس. Do Saudi Arabia provide it for us? Yes, it does. Some in private school, some in local schools, some we have special centers, okay, for self-defense classes, and they compete locally and they go international and also maybe for the Olympics, okay? And sometimes you can see them in gyms, okay, like وقت اللاقة, we have sprint, other gym sports places, okay, Jamilati? So self-defense classes. Now let's move on. Our objectives are we're going to listen to the audio, we're going to answer questions, and we're going to learn new words. Of course, you have to listen to the audio, ya Jamilati. Then you're going to point out answers. I'm going to play the audio for you. Then I want you to write what are the things that can help me to be safe, or things that help me to protect myself. Okay, so the man is going to tell you things when you travel you should do. خلاص. After that, if you do this thing, tick. If not, tick, يعني like this. If not, keep it as it is. Okay, جميلاتي. Now let's start يا جميلاتي to let's listen to the audio. يلا بسم الله.
Page 25. 5. Listening. Listen to the lecture on safety. Take notes and then answer the questions.
Thanks for coming to our Safety Tips seminar today. This short class will give you important tips and tools for maintaining your personal safety. One of the easiest and most important things you can do to prevent yourself from being mugged is to keep valuables out of sight. Expensive watches, rings, and necklaces make you an easy mark. They are like an invitation to a mugger. I recommend leaving these things at home to prevent them from being nabbed. However, if you must wear them, make sure that they are covered by your clothing until you arrive at your destination. I had been wearing an expensive watch earlier in the day. I took it off before leaving home. Whenever possible, travel with at least one other person. When a person is walking down a street on their own, they are more likely to become a target. Another extremely important and basic way of staying safe is to stay alert. Always remain aware of your surroundings and don't let your guard down. While I walked here today, I was taking constant, quick glances around. This gives you the chance to recognize people or situations around you that are potentially unsafe. If you feel unsafe, quickly walk to a well-populated area and, if necessary, get help. Whenever you can, avoid unfamiliar locations. If you must travel through an area you aren't familiar with, become familiar with it. Before I came here today, I had never been to this part of town. So before I left my house, I mapped out the route to get here. I also made sure to find out the location of the local police station. You might also consider taking a self-defense class. I took a self-defense class last year, and as a result, I feel more confident about my ability to protect myself. In fact, while I was taking the class, someone actually tried to mug me. I say tried because, thanks to the class, he didn't succeed.
يلا يا جميلاتي. Now you should have been writing what he mentioned, or tips or things you should do to make yourself protected or stay safe. Okay, so one of the things is keep valuables out of sight. Valuables meaning what? Meaning يا جميلاتي, let me change the color just a minute, mean expensive things. أشياء غالية. Expensive things. Out of sight يعني away from other people's eyes. Okay, out of sight. بعيدا عن نظر الآخرين. Okay, travel with another person. يعني travel with your family, with friends, with sister or brother, with an aunt, an uncle, a partner in work. So you have to travel with someone. Stay alert. This word you have to pay attention. Stay alert يعني be careful. خلك يقظ. فطن. Excellent. We have to avoid unfamiliar locations. يعني don't go to places you don't know, miss. Okay, don't go to places you don't know. And take self-defense classes. And I mentioned what is the meaning of self-defense. اللي هو الدفاع عن النفس. You can take a course or you can take a class. Okay. Then tick for me. Do you do these things? So for example, for me, I don't take expensive things when I travel. I always travel with family or with my family, my husband and my children. I always stay alert. I'm always careful inside the kingdom and outside the kingdom. I don't like to go to places I don't know or I feel creepy about. I never have taken a self-defense class before. Now again, I'm going to give you pictures, miss. So this is expensive. Keep valuables, اللي هي expensive غالية expensive. Okay, out of sight. So you have iPhone, you have watch, you have money, you have credit cards, whatever you have, these are expensive. You have rings, you have earrings, you have necklace, you have bracelets. Some people have a very expensive sunglasses. So whatever is expensive, leave it at home. Always, you must travel with people. It could be friends or family. Stay alert, meaning be careful. You have to be careful. Okay, your eyes are always paying attention. طيب. Avoid unfamiliar locations, meaning don't go to places that feel weird or scary. Don't try to do things you never did before. If you're traveling to any country, take a guide with you to tell you or to guide you through the city or town that you are going to. Take a self-defense class. So these are the words, to help you understand the listening, Now let's jump to vocab. You have this chart on your book. It's going to be on page 25 on the same page, okay? And we have different words. I asked girls to put a tick for me to the words they know, and they were able to do that. But now, what are the words? We have assume, grim, pavement. So I'm going to say it again. Assume, grim, pavement, coincidence, installed, suspect, display, and insured. The word assume meaning what? بطلة معناته I think أعتقد أو أفترض. So it's going to be the rich vocab for you. Instead of saying I think, لا. Now you're going to say I assume. Grim meaning what, Miss? What does her face look like? Yes, she's not happy. Okay, she is not happy. So we use grim بمعنى تعيس. قد يكون بمعنى يائس. Okay, يعني usually if I am going to receive bad news, miss, فيها bad news, negative things, I'm going to use the word, طبعا هو adjective, is going to be grim. الpavement, this is the pavement, miss. So if you want to stay safe, please walk on the pavement. هذا الpavement. And this is going to be my street, صح? This is my street. So if I want to stay safe, I'm going to walk on the pavement. Pavement يعني رصيف. So this is the British word. The English word is going to be sidewalk. And most of us know this word, sidewalk. Okay? Most of us know the word sidewalk. But the British is going to be pavement. Pavement. Coincidence, miss, meaning that both of them, they are co-workers and they were wearing the same blouse. What a coincidence. Did they plan for it? خططوا له? No, they did not. Did they call each other, say, okay, let's wear that blouse? No, they did not do that. So by coincidence meaning by chance. يعني مصادفة أو بالصدفة. Coincidence by chance. Okay? Installed, usually we use it with gadgets, devices, يعني أجهزة أو أشياء يعني تركب. So installed بمعنى تحميل. So it's going to be بمعنى تحميل. So this one, of course, is going to be the verb, الverb installed بمعنى تحميل. Okay? طيب, suspect is someone who maybe he did a crime, maybe not. So until now, they are not sure about that. So he is going to be a suspect. يعني مشتبه به. مشتبه به. Display, miss, we have two meanings of the word display. Display بمعنى I'm going to display a video for you, ولا an animation بمعنى عرض. راح أعرض لك الفيديو. ودisplay window, miss, display window بمعنى واجهة المحل. So we have, when you go to a mall, you can find lots of display windows of lots of places ولا brands. So display window معناته إيش؟ الواجهة. طيب, how could you know which one you're going to choose? And what's the meaning display? هل معناتها عرض ولا واجهة؟ تعرفين إنه في الجملة في كلمات تساعدك. ممكن تلاقين كلمة shop، ممكن تلاقين كلمة mall، ممكن تلاقين كلمة store. هذه أشياء تساعدك إنها محلات. وعندك برضو تلاقين كلمة window، خلاص، بمعنى واجهة المحل. هذه بس مفاتيح تساعدك على اختيار الكلمة الصحيحة. insured بمعنى تم التأمين. insurance يا مس اللي هو التأمين، خلاص. So this one is going to be the verb and this one is going to be noun، خلاص. So insured بمعنى أمن على الشغلة. So in Saudi Arabia usually we insured our cars. صح. Also we have medical insurance اللي هو التأمين الطبي. In other countries of course they have insurance on houses and lives. Okay جميلاتي. And of course this was an exercise to do on the same page and choose the correct vocab. I'm going to highlight بس on the words that's going to help you to know the correct answer. So I'm going to only highlight, okay? And you're supposed to know the answer. عندك valuable. Oh, sorry. I'm supposed to highlight. طيب مو مشكلة. So I'm going to underline it, okay? Valuable could help you. عندك هنا the police were looking for. It's a word to help you choose the correct one. News about a plane crash. This one could help you. طيب bumped into could help you. Alex had house alarm. My brother fell on what? And he broke his wrist. I am so this one I am meeting her at the usual, but maybe I would better check. The department store, you have store, has a beautiful vacation in their window. So these maybe could help you, miss, to know the right answer. Okay. So I'm going to give you about a minute, okay, or 2 minutes that you can do it. Then I'm going to give you the correct answers. Okay, جميلاتي. طيب. Let's start with the first one. The watch is valuable. You should have it what? In case it ever stolen. So لازم أسوي إيش يعني what's the meaning of the word valuable يعني expensive غالي. So I should do what? I should insure. Insure. So you should have it insured in case it ever stolen. The police are looking for the mean. How does this man looks like? He has dark hair and was wearing a green shirt. So it's going to be the suspect. المشتبه فيه. The news about the plane crash was إيش؟ خبر عن طائرة صار لها حادث and there were no survivors. ما في ولا ناجي. كلهم ماتوا. So the news was what? Was grim. كئيبة حزينة تعيسة. I was just thinking of Tom when I bumped into him on the street. أنا كنت أفكر في شخص وفجأة صدمت فيه بالصدفة بالشارع. So what a coincidence. What a coincidence. يعني يا للصدفة. Alex had a house alarm. لاحظي إنه جهاز a device. Immediately ما عندك إلا كلمة واحدة يعني تزبط على المحل ده. So it's going to be Alex had a new house alarm إيش installed to keep his home safe. My brother fell on. He was skateboarding. So it's going to be what? Of course on the pavement. في الرصيف. طاح في الرصيف وإيش كسر الريست اللي هو الرسغ. Okay اللي في اليد. طيب I want that I am meeting her at the usual time. يعني أنا اعتقدت. So it's going to be I assume that I am meeting her. توقعت إني يعني بقابلها في الوقت المعتادين عليه. بس راح أتأكد. The department store has a beautiful vacation display. So يا حبيباتي الvocab is all about understanding the meaning of it. Of course, self-defense is not just a set of techniques, it is a set of mind, and it begins with the belief that you are worth defending. يعني if you love yourself, you think you are worthy to be defended and protected, taking a self-defense class is the first step. Patriotism يا مس اللي هو بمعنى الوطنية is supporting your country all the time and your government when it deserves it. يعني الحكومة تستحق. And our government deserve that we should be a good citizen. So if you want to celebrate a national day, celebrate it in a very logical way, be respected and respectful, and think about other people's feelings because other people are not that يعني lucky to have a safe country. So celebrate, be happy, at the same time pay attention to our flag because it has the word La ilaha illallah. So don't throw it in the garbage or on the ground. So thank you, Banati, for having this lovely class.